Carl Williams, he kind of gets hit a lot, AJ. Justin Tafa is a bad man. They call him that for a reason. I think my man just lost a meniscus or something like that, but I don't think that's going to stop the power in those punches. So what's the game plan? Is it just don't get hit and take him down? Can he afford to stand with Justin Tafa? What are your thoughts?
No, I do not think Karl Williams can afford to stand with the bad man in there and go toe to toe. Does he have the capability to stand up and put some good combos together? Absolutely. But the thing is, man, when Karl Williams gets in danger, he's looking to shoot. He's looking to press you up against the cage. He's looking for that kind of style of fight. And like you said, all it takes is a couple elbows right to the ear, and you're hurting. You're seeing birds. You're dizzy. And especially for Justin Tafa, man, he has absolute power. He has crack in his hands. So I think this is going to be more of a trepidatious fight. We're going to see these two kind of feeling each other out first before the big bombs coming in. And I do not see Karl Williams just shooting like he normally does, right? 15, 30 seconds into the fight. I think they're both going to have to be very careful on how they get it done.
You know what scares me, AJ, is that Karl Williams, as you can see here, he opened up as a minus 240 favorite. Live odds down to minus 190, plus 160 comeback for the bad man, Justin Tafa. And I think that if you just look at his last fight, you ain't got to go far. Just look back at his last fight. You'll see who'd he fight. The Vanilla Gorilla, Chase Sherman. He's in BKFC right now, back to the old stomping grounds. Brother, he got tagged up by Sherman, and it took him quite a while to get that shot in the first place. So it's the same thing that I think about, completely not on the same level, but when I'm training jiu-jitsu, and there's the big boys up in there, I'm talking about 250, 275. Listen, I'm a buck 80 right here on a good day, you know what I'm saying? So you go in with some trepidation. You say, okay, how am I going to set up this shot? Because if I fail on this shot, the consequences are so high. If he fails on a shot against Justin Tafa, ground and pound, it could be done very quickly. But then again, Karl Williams is an athlete. So the question is, man, it almost feels like you're banking on the guy to play the perfect fight for 15 minutes, right? And we've run into this before. You're banking on the guy to play perfect fight for 15 minutes. Is minus 190, which is the current odd, is that too high of a price to pay, or are you happy and content with that price against the bad man?
I wish it was a little lower. I wish it was more of a minus 150, minus 130 for Karl Williams comeback. But now I'm looking a little bit more towards being happy paying that price to enter, man. Because minus 240, that was absolutely ridiculous on a money line, especially against the bad man with all the scenarios. But I like this one a little bit more.
My logic for this fight is incredibly simple. I think that there's two methods of victory here for Karl Williams. You get Justin Tafa down, and you're able to hit him with the ground and pound to get him on out of there. I think it's going to take him a little bit longer. I don't think it's going to be very quick and easy. Or you stall him out, Jailton Almeida style, then you decision him. And that's what makes me say, all right, well, if that doesn't happen, there's only one hedge to make here. It's not even going to be a money line hedge here, AJ, because the numbers have gone down. It's the TKO hedge, plus 185, TKO, Justin Tafa. You just hedge it right there, and you just make peace with whatever you got. Or you say, all right, well, let's not forget, we got some overs and unders in play. I'm taking a look at so over and under 1.5 rounds, minus 165 for the over, plus 135 for the under 1.5 rounds. What would you take the stab at? Over or under?
That's an interesting one, Derek. I'm betting on Williams, so I'm going to take the over on this one. But I can see if you're a Tafa better right there, that under 1.5, and what was it, plus money?
Plus 135.
Woo, that's juice right there.
That's juice. So that's why I say, I really, more than anything, just the overall plus 185 TKO, I could see it happening in so many different ways. But then again, I got fooled at least a little bit by the hype of the bad man Tafa brothers. It wasn't even the bad, it was Junior, it was the little brother. But the brothers, right? You get hyped up, they're scary guys. And then you realize, oh, if you take them down or you kick them in the leg, things start to change a little bit. So the bet is on Karl Williams. That's the consensus pick. I don't think that you go hard on a money line for Karl Williams. You don't go hard, right? But if there is a prop to play, I really like the plus 200. I might look dumb, and he might hit him with the plus 325 TKO. But I think that Justin Tafa might be a little harder to get out of there because his last 3 losses in the UFC, in his last 10, 2 by decision, 1 by KO. That was to Jorgen De Castro. Shout out to him, man. It's been quite a while since we heard that name. But another consensus pick, Karl Williams for the dub.